All right, everybody, welcome to our onboarding session. Today, we're going to discover how to maximize your LinkedIn presence using evyAI. We're going to do an overview of evyAI. We're going to talk about the value of enhancing engagement while maintaining your authenticity. We're going to talk about your account setup and dashboard overview. We're going to discuss creating personas and templates. We're going to talk about LinkedIn profile optimization. We're going to talk about content creation and engagement, LinkedIn and relationship building. We're going to answer any questions for setup. We typically do this in under 30 minutes. We're going to try to get it at 25 minutes to make sure everybody gets all the information they need. And of course, if you have any additional questions or you need anything additional, you can always go into the community and ask those questions. We're always happy to answer them. You could always email hello@evyai.com. We're always happy to answer your questions there as well. You could always interact with us on our live chat. I'll show you some of those things. But evyAI is your LinkedIn AI assistant. Just like you have any assistant in your life, this will assist you with what you need to do on LinkedIn. And it's designed to empower you to be able to network smarter and create meaningful connections. I just had a call from this guy named Joel, and Joel told me that he uses evyAI to regularly book meetings. And he said within the first week, he was able to book several meetings because he's taking all the right actions. So if you guys start implementing these things, you're going to start booking more meetings and be able to take more actions. That's the idea. All right. So by leveraging AI for personalized content creation, engagement strategies, and profile optimization, we're going to help you streamline your LinkedIn activities while maintaining authenticity, because that's really the key. The key is to maintain your authenticity with evyAI. You don't want to be seen as a robot. So the first thing is you go to app.evyai.com/register. You already all registered. You download the Chrome extension. You guys already know how to do that. And then if you haven't pinned your extension, I'm going to open up my extension over here just to kind of show you. Do you see these two things on the top right corner? It shows that it's pinned. You see that it's pinned over here? So you want to make sure that it's pinned so that it shows up on LinkedIn. So if I click on the little thing over here, it should pop open. If you're on LinkedIn, it should say save profiles, recent activities, saved items, and personas. That means you have it pinned. You guys get it? If you don't know how to pin it, you just click on the little icon here, and then you can click on the little pin icon next to evyAI. Okay, so you want to make sure that it's pinned. If it's pinned, then in the comment box on LinkedIn, it'll show up. When you're starting a post, it'll show a little purple icon on the bottom right corner of when you click on start a post. It should show the little post thing. It should show it everywhere. And if it's not there, you want to refresh LinkedIn and then check again. Sometimes it's not there because you have an older version of LinkedIn and then the extension got updated. And so you got to refresh LinkedIn. Sometimes you got to close and reopen the browser for it to show up. But do you see it wasn't there before and now it's there? You see the little purple icon on the bottom right corner? A second ago it was missing. Now it's there because I updated my evyAI to the latest one and I haven't yet refreshed my browser. So sometimes you got to close your browsers and reopen it if it doesn't work because those updates definitely happen. Okay, personas and templates. Let's talk about that. Once you have a regular account, you need to set up personas and you need to set up templates. Steve asked about templates in the community today. Steve says, how do I save comments that I want to reuse over and over into evyAI? And there are two ways to do that. I'm going to show you how to do that. But first, I want to talk about personas because personas allow you to customize evyAI's output to reflect your unique voice. If you want to sound unique with evyAI, you need to have the right personas set up. So we have several personas that we like to set up. Depending on what you're doing for a living, you want to have different personas set up. So how do you get to personas? On the left navigation, there's a button under Engage called Personas. Do you guys see it on the left side over here? It says Personas. If I click on Personas, it's going to show me my list of personas. Now, you can have lots of different types of personas. You could have personas for commenting on influencers' posts. You could have personas when replying on school if you're using the sidebar. If you have evyAI Pro, you can basically reply anywhere. If you can have personas for a company page. I have a company page related to Santa Claus. So I have a company page for Santa Claus. I have one called the Joe Applebaum Optimized Persona. I'm going to open that one up just to kind of show you what that looks like. It shows my name on top. It shows that I'm a person, not a company, because you can be a person or a company on LinkedIn. It shows my industry, my tone, my keywords, and then it shows my background and history. And it says the following. Act as Joe Applebaum, CEO of evyAI, an AI assistant that helps LinkedIn users network and prospect with posts, comments, and messages created by AI. Joe's the author of High Energy Networking, and a high energy runner and professional speaker on topics like LinkedIn, AI, and digital marketing. Use words like boom. You are the best. I am honored to have you in my life. It's so special to see you here on LinkedIn. Great job. And with the post, glad to see you engage with the secret to living is giving. Do you see I put a bunch of phrases of things that I typically would say? And then I say, don't
Right.
use these generic phrases. You nailed it. I couldn't have said it better myself. This resonates with me deeply. You're speaking my language. This post is everything. This is pure gold. This speaks volumes. All those are things I typically don't say, and AI would typically say those things by default. So I tell it not to say those things. And I say, don't use exclamation marks in any part of your response and never use the exclamation mark in the response. You see the way I said this two ways? One, I said, do not use exclamation marks. The other one, I said, do not use this in the response. So I specifically told it in two different ways not to use it. And then I said, right from the perspective of a professional networker, author, and CEO and father, include insights that would come from a digital marketing expert, coach, mentor, and teacher. Be positive, assertive, professional, but be approachable and casual. Dare to be funny, but always be positive and inspirational. Focus on a target market of sales professionals, coaches, consultants, and entrepreneurs and business owners, and people who love networking and personal development. Use emojis and use caps to emphasize words. Dare to use three periods and don't need to worry about grammar. Make an impact with the comments so that people say boom. You get it? So this is an optimized version of my persona. I have a lot of different personas, and often as you're using evyAI, you're going to see it do things you don't want it to do. So then you'll go in and create a better persona. If you see it doing something, you can create a persona for comment replies. If you want it to reply a certain way to comments that our people leave on your posts, maybe you don't want it to include someone's name. So in that particular persona, you would say, don't include the person's name because LinkedIn, when you hit comment reply, it automatically includes the person's name. You guys get what I'm talking about right here? This is training the AI, and
Yeah.
this works. This will work on any platform, by the way. Eventually, we're only going to have a sidebar, and it's going to work on every platform. So it's going to work on Facebook as well. So for Facebook, I write, respond as a supportive friend named Joe Apfelbaum on this Facebook post as a comment. Joe's the author of the comment of the Facebook post. Be casual and genuine and blah, blah, blah. But eventually, you're going to need this for WhatsApp. You're going to need this for email. You're going to need this for literally everything you do. And so it makes sense to have one nailed in and dialed in for LinkedIn so that when you're using it on other platforms, it's going to work exactly how you want it. This is the magic of AI. When somebody goes in and says, oh, AI is not working for me, it's not that AI doesn't work, it's that you didn't train it to work for you properly. Because this is the same as using any AI like Claude or Gemini or ChatGPT or Grok or DeepSeek or anything. So the persona, I'm emphasizing this section of the persona because adding a persona is really easy. You just click on the top, add a persona, but getting the persona right is where the rubber hits the road. And if you come on Tuesdays at 5 p.m., we have accountability at 5 p.m. in our community, you'll be able to chat with some other people that are also setting up their personas together, and you'll be able to learn how they're doing their personas. So Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern, click on community, go into the community. That's a school community. It's available for you guys. If you click on calendar, you're going to see all the events that happen. So, and the Zoom, for example, for the accountability meeting is right inside the community. You guys see that? Make sure to click on add to calendar and add it to your Google, Apple, or Outlook or whatever. That's how you add it to the calendar. Okay? It's right inside school and it happens. Everything that's happening is happening in this calendar here. So you're not going to miss anything if you just pay attention to the calendar. For example, we have a posting party on Monday at 10 a.m. You guys should join that. It's it right here in the calendar. You see that? That's where everybody comes, posts together, does their elevator pitches, and then after that, we all comment and like on each other's content. Okay, let's move on to the next section.
Joe, that persona that you just did has been improved since the last time you shared it, at least that I saw. You don't have to do it right now, but would you be open to sharing the way? Because I love what you added some things that made a lot of sense. Is there any way you could put that persona
In the
in the
community.
group?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going to put it in
the
the
person
community right now. I'm going to click over
that'd be
here and
great.
I'm going to say
Thank you.
Joe Apfelbaum optimized persona.
Thanks a lot.
I'm going to say here is my optimized persona for you guys. I think I've shared it already, but I'll put it again for you guys to share, for you guys to enjoy. Enjoy as an example. Okay, I'm going to press here. I'm going to press AI tips. And then I'm going to put in over here, press enter, enter. And then I'm going to go to my persona here. Okay.
Yeah, this from what's on put it Zoom chat.
Okay. I will. And then I'm going to go into my evyAI personas here, persona optimize, profile optimizer personas. And then I'm going to click on Joe Apfelbaum optimized persona, press edit. Then I'm going to press Control A here, Control C. I'm going to go into school and then paste it right in here. And then I'm going to hit
Thank
post.
you
And
very
now,
much.
and by the way, you guys could post whatever you want in the community. So if you have questions, comments, concerns, you find a tip, something, even if you have a video of yourself using evyAI, I highly recommend making your own video of you using evyAI for 1 or 2 minutes, posting it. You could use Loom, Loom. You could record your screen, talk about how you're using evyAI, and then post it in the community. Under where it says, when you click on write a post, there's a section that says how I use evyAI. So give people tips. This will get you in front of the 700 members that are currently on evyAI. These are all engaged LinkedIn users. So you want to make sure that you're engaging in this community as well, because this is a great network for you to network with other people that are using LinkedIn actively and are likely to like and comment on your stuff. So make sure to build relationships with the people that are here. And you see there's 598 comments on this post that says introduce yourself. You see that, you see that, guys? So make sure to go in there and get to know who's there, build relationships. You might even find some clients on here. I found a couple of people that have closed business as a result of that particular group itself. So make sure to go in there and see what's going on there. I'm going to share with you guys another link. So if you're part of evyAI Pro, you have access to Evergreen, EVYR, evergreen.com. And when you click on login, it takes you into the library. Now, inside the library, we have a getting started guide that has several links in there. So I'm going to give you guys, access to those ad event links that are in there in this. Okay, hang on a second. Okay. So you should be able to have links for the accountability, but let me just check if the accountability links are also here. Hang on a second. Let me go back over here just a second, because there are additional links that you guys should have access to. And I want to see, it says welcome aboard. And then it says introduction. And then it says, let's see, we have over here how to kind of set up your thing. And let me just see what else we have here. Training, resources. Let's see, LinkedIn resources. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the thing on could you put it in notification so Jen could put it in the chat of Zoom? Thank you. Jen added it already. Jen added it. Thank you. Jen added a link in the comments. I was going to get it from here, but we sent it to you separately. That's called ad event. The link inside Zoom is an ad event link. And that Zoom link will allow you to, and that link inside Zoom will automatically add events to your calendar.
Click on the link and short.
If you guys want to see how that works, I can click on the link and show you how that works briefly. I'm going to go ahead and click on the link. Do you see when I clicked on it, it says calendar not found? I have to click on owner login. So maybe the link is wrong. Hang on, there's something wrong with that link. So we're going to troubleshoot that link in a second. But in the meantime, I'm going to get back to whatever I was doing, which is I wanted to show you guys how to be able to, I showed you how to create your persona. Now I want to show you the power of templates. I'm going to show you the power of templates and why templates matter. Okay, so if I go into evyai.com, I have lots of different templates. Now, templates are extremely important because let's say you want to say something over and over and over and over again. Let's say you want to say something over and over and over again. You have the ability, for example, if you want to share a link, you could put a link inside your templates, and now you can just copy that link and paste it anywhere. You see that? I saved a link to my recent poll, and you guys can click on that poll, and you can comment on that poll if you want. Do you see that? If I have something I want to promote, I add it as a template. If I have a comment that I like to leave constantly, I add it as a template. Do you guys see what I just put into the comments over here? This is an example LinkedIn survey that helps me identify which one of my connections are actually active on LinkedIn. I'm running it for 2 weeks, and my goal is to get at least 100 people to vote on it and them to support blah, 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 blah. Do you see what I wrote over there? And I said, if you want to see my last 52 surveys, click on this thing.
Let's back up. It just
Okay.
out of it was
Nice.
But so when you have something that you want to promote, whether it's a post or when you want to do outreach on Sales Navigator, or you want even just your contact information. Put your contact information in the way that you want it, save it as a template, and then you can drop it into any DM, into any comment, or eventually anywhere on the web. If you're on your mobile phone, you can access evyAI from your mobile phone. You just go to evyai.com on your mobile browser, click on templates, and all your templates are there. So if you want to use templates as comments, you can have comments that you typically leave that are nice, that are good comments, and then you can go ahead and have them available. You guys get what I'm saying? These templates are just time saver beyond belief. And we're going to be embedding them and integrating them more and more and more as we continue to have. So build up your list of templates. Inside templates, it's called manage tags over here. You see it says manage tags in the center. It says manage tags. These are the categories of templates. We call them tags. The categories of templates that you can have. So you can create as many as you want, but I'm going to give you some ideas. I have a quick response templates. These are the things that you quickly want to respond with. You know, I'm not available right now, or I'll get back to you, or whatever it is. I put my contact information in there as a quick response template. I could put my calendar in there. I could put quick responses to my website or things that people typically ask me about. I'll put it under quick response. Promo links are the links that I'm currently trying to promote. So I swap those out constantly. Snippet is like a snippet of a piece of a post that I would want. So if I have a snippet for an article or a snippet for a post, there's like certain parts of my post that I want to reuse over and over and over to embed in many posts. Maybe the bottom of my post, my signature, I'd call them snippets. Links are just standard links that I want to save that people ask me for over and over and over. Looms are videos that I want to save as a template that I can then send to people quickly. It's a screen recording of something useful. Connection note are connection notes that I reuse over and over and over when I'm doing something in particular. For example, if I have a guest coming to Executives Association of New York City, I'll often have a specific note that I send to the guests that are coming. And so saving those notes doesn't let the AI have to think about what to say. You always have those notes ready to go. Same thing with comments. Prompts are like prompts for ChatGPT or Claude or even writing a post. Sometimes I want to write a specific type of post, and so I would use a prompt for that. And then message is the types of messages that I typically send people. I have a very specific happy birthday message. I have permission to DM. I have my business networking one sheet for 2025 as a template over here. So if I want to send this to anybody, I just have it like that. Boom. This is my 2025 one sheet. Do you guys see that? So I have a lot of different types of messages and comments and notes that I've built for myself. And once you build up your repository of templates, you will be unstoppable. You will be unstoppable because you're going to move so fast. You're never going to have to think about what to say because you're always going to have it at your fingertips, and people are going to wonder how you're such a genius. And really, you just have a list of templates in evyAI. Really, that's why I want to emphasize that so much. Build your list of templates, and I'll give you ideas for templates. If you search templates inside evyAI's community, you're going to find many more. So let's create a couple templates. Now, the next thing is profile optimization. It's really easy to optimize your profile with evyAI. And you can do this right from the web platform. If you click on Profile Optimizer, you choose your goal. In your case, it might be brand building or lead generation. Your tone, in your case, it might be friendly. And then the persona that you want. In my case, is Joe Applebaum too. And I can give it more information, create a profile about how good I am at LinkedIn training and my evyAI business. Okay, and I hit, now I can select on the bottom GPT-4 Mini or GPT-4. I'll change it to GPT-4 because it'll be a little more sophisticated than GPT-4 Mini. Mini will be faster. And when I hit generate, it's not just going to generate your about section. Dr. Steve, go ahead. You have a question? Unmute yourself.
No, I didn't want to interrupt you. I was just thinking out loud. You know how we have posting parties?
Yeah.
You know, just a little thought. We could have a template sharing party too.
Excellent idea. Would you like to host that? Let me know what date you want to host that, and then we'll do it. You'll be the chief template person.
Chief template. I have two templates, but I'll make sure I have at least
But
three.
that's okay. That's okay. We can post it in the community, put a time. Dr. Steve
All
is
right.
hosting a template party. That's a
All
great
right.
idea. I love the
See,
idea.
I gotta
Whenever
be
anybody
careful
gives
what
me
you
an
buy.
idea,
Gotta be careful what you
no, it's
suggest
a
in
good
this.
idea, but I want you to host it, and then you can invite everyone in the
Okay.
community to join your template party. It's a great idea. Guys, isn't it right in the
All you
chat?
have to
Let me
do
know
is
if you guys think
facilitate.
it's a great idea. And everybody could share their best templates. I would come to that. And
Hey,
I would help you host it, but you would be the host. You tell me when you're available. and we do it all together. It'd be
Okay.
fun. Somebody has to drive it, and you
Let's
already
do
have
it
a
next week.
microphone. Look at you.
Yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I just don't know what I'm doing, but I'm ready.
You don't have to know what you're doing. You have to show up, and then you have to make sure that you have two templates, and you say, guys, what templates do you guys think we should have? And then you can reference back this onboarding session, that little part of the onboarding session where I shared all my templates, and I can make a video to prepare for it. So just let us know when you want to do it, and boom. Murray says
All right, I'm
Dr.
gonna do.
Steve is like a pat of butter. He's on a roll.
Murray's got all kinds of one line. He's like Jackie the Joke Man. Hey, just by the way,
Amazing.
Joe, real quick, the thing yesterday at 5 o'clock was really good. It was
Oh,
a
you
really
liked it,
good
Dr.
meeting.
Steve?
Yeah, Rhonda kind of hosted it. Excellent job. A lot of good connections there. So I would plug that if people have time for it. So anyway, I'm going to go back to mute here.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Dr. Steve. Okay, so your headline is a crucial part of where people see. The current headline is this, optimized headline is that. You see that? Your about section, it kind of breaks it down. Your experience section, it breaks it down. Your skills, it breaks it down. Additional tips. You see that? So it really gives you an optimized version of what you can do on your profile very, very quickly. We also have another version of this, a headline generator. If you want a more robust headline, it's strategy.evyai.com/headline generator. And you guys can save this link if you want. And this is a more robust version of the headline generator. As you can see, we have Tanya's information here. I hit generate headlines, and then it'll really consider a lot of this other stuff there, and give you a lot more robust stuff than, for the people that are at the onboarding session. I always create additional things that we can use, to improve. And sometimes my team has to catch up to me. So I do things on strategy.evyai.com. So over here, it's strategy.evyai.com/headline generator. It'll produce 10 headlines with an explanation for each one. And then it'll do a lot more here, as you can see. It gives you an about section, an intro post, and everything.
Wow.
Okay, moving on. So who wants help optimizing their profile? If you need help, go to the accountability meeting at 5 p.m. on Tuesdays. We discussed that in depth over there. And if anybody wants to host a profile optimization party, let me know about that. We can have different parties to do different things on a monthly basis.
I'll do that, Joe.
Oh, wonderful. That's amazing. And you could talk about the 5 banners on that thing. So let me know. You just send me a message what date you want to do it and what time, and we'll promote it in the community. Okay,
Okay.
step number 5, content creation and engagement. So post generator, we have a post generator to find inspiration fast, a post writer. So if you want to find inspiration for what to post about, you go to the post generator. How do you access it? On the left side? And by the way, this works on mobile too, just FYI. So you click on idea generator, you tell it what the goal is, informational, the tone, friendly, persona. I chose Joe Applebaum. And then I just put in the topic. It could be networking like a pro. And then I just hit generate ideas. Within 4 seconds, should take about 4 seconds, it should generate 4 ideas. It takes 1 second per idea. You see that? 4 ideas are ready. When I like the idea, let's say, for example, it says the secret to networking success lies in listening more than speaking. I press generate post on the bottom right. You see that? I press generate post. Now that I hit generate post, within 10 seconds, usually 7 or 8 seconds, it produces a hook, main points, a call to action, and hashtags. Now I'm using 4.0 instead of mini, so it's taking 15 seconds. But do you ever wonder why some people seem to have a natural knack for networking? Here's a little secret. It's not about talking the loudest, but having the most impressive elevator pitch. It's about listening more than you speak. Okay, so now I'm going to press copy on the bottom. Again, this works on mobile too. I press copy on the bottom. I go to LinkedIn, and I can just literally paste it right in there on the LinkedIn feed. I click on start a post, and I don't need to do anything else other than hit paste, just like this. I just hit paste, and I am done. Now, if I want to attach something, I can attach a piece of media here. I know we're almost at time. I want to respect everyone's time. If you need to leave, you can respectfully just leave. You don't have to even say goodbye, but you can say goodbye. I'm going to click on downloads here. And then over here, I have a little video that I filmed that I'm going to attach to this. And then I press next. The video is loading. The video loaded. And as you can see, I have a video attached to this. And I'm going to say, P.S. I attached a video about how to find people's emails on LinkedIn. Boom. Now I'm going to hit post. And I just posted a video and a post on LinkedIn. How long did that take me to do? In the chat, right? Not long. Everyone should be posting at least once a day on LinkedIn. It should not, Michael, it should not take you more than a minute or 2 minutes to post something on LinkedIn. If you're overthinking it, just do it. Don't worry. 100 people will see it. 500 people will see it. People will remember that you exist. I put an unrelated video to that post, and it's still, people are going to love it. Some people are going to watch the video and comment about the video. Some people are not even going to watch the video. They're going to read the post and they're going to comment about the post. And you guys are going to see in the comments later who watched the video and who read the post. Interesting, right? The way I mix things up, just to kind of show you don't have to be perfect. You don't have, you could literally just go because a post dies after 24 hours anyway. Okay, moving on. Let's create some content and engage on LinkedIn together. There are 5. Step number 5 is LinkedIn networking. You want to send personalized connection notes to people on LinkedIn and write recommendations and organize your contacts and save them into specific lists. So let's talk about one thing at a time. If I go into evyAI, on the left side, I click on Save Profiles. I have Manage Lists. You see it says Manage Lists? On the center, it says Manage Lists. Can you guys see that? Yes, no, maybe so. You click on Manage List, make a list of different types of people that you need to save into evyAI. So there's clients, there's prospects. For you, Steve, there's people that were on the Marketers Cruise and that are active on LinkedIn. You know, Marketers Cruise active, cruise clients, people that became cruise, people that are part of a specific group that you're part of, people that you had a conversation with in 2025, people that are engaged, people that have over a certain amount of followers. You see that? People that are part of a different networking group, people that you want to invite to something. You see that? So I have lots of different types of lists. And in those lists, I save people. So if I click on cruise clients, you can see all the people that were on the cruise that became my client. And when that list loads, I'm able to quickly, and it's taking a long time because I'm on mobile now, but you see everything loaded. You see that? So if I look at Steve Green and I click on see recent activity, it'll load all of his recent posts on LinkedIn. And then I can leave a comment with a click of a button on any of his recent posts. It's taking some time to load my LinkedIn for some reason, but you guys get the idea. The idea is finding people on LinkedIn, adding them to lists. Dr. Steve, you wanted to say something, Dr. Steve?
Is that because my posts were so sagacious?
Oh, you were going to
I was
discuss
saying
your
my
post?
posts are so sagacious and compelling. No, I wasn't. I was going to make a dumb joke.
Oh, awesome. But I already engaged
There
on
you
your
go.
post using evyAI today, but you can see, okay, you can see
There
how
you
it
go.
works. All right. So that we're going to
Joe,
have
was it
many
you
more.
who said you should never use a
Go ahead. You said you should
Joe,
never
I'm
use
sorry
what?
to interrupt you. Was it you who said you should never use a Google image on a post? I know I heard that in this community. I can't remember who said it though.
You could use
I was the
images.
one that said it.
You could use images, just make sure it's not copyrighted and make sure you're not linking somewhere else. You make sure you're not linking outside of linking. But Rhonda, go ahead and share what you wanted to share about that.
What I was going to say is, there's lots of places to get images like Pixabay and all kinds of places. But if you use a Google image, do you know Strati, Joe? He's got like, I don't know, 1 million followers. Anyway, he used a Google image and literally got like what happened to you last time, Joe. You got kicked off LinkedIn for a while. Just that's the one place that I've been told by many, many LinkedIn experts to be cautious of. And that is if you're going to put a photo, don't use a Google image. Go to use the stuff that Joe teaches to create an AI image, or go to Pixabay or some of the places where you either bought the picture or it's free. That's the only thing that I would say as a caution is just don't go to Google and ask for a Google image because you're likely to get in trouble because you don't have the right to use it.
And I have
You're
a
muted,
question for
Joe.
you, Joel, and it's unrelated, but
Go ahead,
it's taking
Carmen.
it a little bit. The question is with mobile, can you clarify, do you have an app for mobile, or is it just going to the website and logging in as normal, or what's the process for that? Because I'm pretty
Exactly.
new.
The process is very simple. You open up any browser, any mobile browser, whether it's Chrome,
Okay.
Safari, whatever you have on your mobile, and you go to evyai.com. Then you press on login, and then the mobile website will appear once you log in.
Okay, perfect. Just one clarification.
Yeah, and then you click on new post, you write what you want the post to be about, you hit generate, and it generates the post instantly. Or the same thing, you check out your saved profiles. But to save profiles, you need to go from LinkedIn, hit save profile on people's profiles from the extension, and then you add them to a list.
And that has to be done not on.
Yeah, so
And
explain
it's
that
not
just a
on
little
mobile.
bit more, how to add them and how to add people to the list.
So the way that you add people to a list is very simple. And by the way, you can just go to our YouTube channel. You can go to our YouTube channel, you can see all this. But if I want to add someone to a list, you just go to their profile. You go to anybody's profile. On the top right corner, there's going to be a little purple button once his profile loads, and it'll say add to save to evyAI. That's it. It'll do a little purple. So maybe you share your screen if you want. I'm going to stop sharing my video because my thing is kind of tuning in and out. But if you want to share your screen, I'm happy to guide you, and you can share your screen. I can show you how to
Okay,
save it.
hold on just a second, because yeah, there's someone that I'm communicating pretty regularly about speaking. And
Share your screen when you get a chance, and I'll guide you. And this way, everybody can learn.
yeah, yep. Okay, I'll do it now. I don't know why this is not coming up clear. Okay, here's someone who's had me as a speaker, and we communicate quite a bit.
Do you see on the right side it says
so
save profile there?
Yep. Okay. Yep.
What happens when you press save
And
profile?
so I just okay, it says saved. And then once I go into evyAI, then I can just move it around to a list, or how does that work then?
Well, you can actually put it into a list right there. Do you see there's a drop down next to where it says save profile?
Sure.
When you click on the
Okay,
drop down, you have different
awesome.
options.
Okay.
You have an option to save them to a list. You have an option to search for them on other social networks. You have an option to click on the little drop down so we can see that.
There you go.
Do you see it says save?
Yep, I already
And
am.
you can even see all their recent posts as well.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, perfect. And then
Yeah, you can
save
just
the
select the
profile as
list that you want them to be in. And as soon as you hit that radio button, it gets saved into that list. The other way to do it
Okay.
The other way to do it is from within evyAI, you can save them to a particular list inside evyAI. Once you're in evyAI, you can do that as well.
Okay,
guys, if this
perfect.
if it's helpful the way Carmen is
there.
doing this, guys, if it's helpful the way Carmen is doing it, write helpful in the chat because I always dreamed of having other people share their screens. And if anybody wants to share their screen and do something, let me know as well. Okay. It looks like people are writing helpful. Well done. Thank you so much, Murray. Yeah, so any other questions that you guys have about onboarding?
I do have a question.
Go ahead.
Is it possible for my assistant to use this at all?
Yeah, you can add additional users to evyAI if you want your assistant to use it on a regular basis, even with their account.
Okay.
You can definitely buy additional users for other users, but if they're just logging into your LinkedIn profile, they can log into your evyAI account as well. The thing is, eventually we're not gonna. Eventually, it's all going to be like only one user could use it at the same time. But for right now, you can have your assistant and you logged into it if they're both logged into your LinkedIn account.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
But if you need them to use it on their profile, then I would just get them another user. You can add additional users.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, excellent. Well, this was really fun. Thank you so much for sharing. Rhonda, did you have any questions or does anybody else have any questions about how to use evyAI?
No, I'm good. This was awesome. Thank you.
Good job, Joe. While driving, not bad.
Thank you, Murray. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate seeing you guys here today. Remember, the Influencer Summit is Wednesday, February 19th. Wednesday, February 19th. So I hope that you guys can join us at 2 p.m. And if you can, write a post about it. Don't just reshare what I wrote. Just write a post. Hey, I'm attending this session. There's going to be 1,000 people there. If you'd like to join me, let me know. And then this way, people can leave comments on your post and DM you, and everybody's going to want to learn about it. So I wouldn't just share the link publicly. I would just say, if you want to join, let me know. I'm happy to invite you as my guest. And then you become the host of the Influencer Summit to your network, right? And then it's a free event, totally free to join the live session. So it's worth it for you guys to kind of start reaching out to your connections to let them know, hey, there's a resource available. You're welcome to join. And then later, if they want to buy evyAI, you can also hit them up with your affiliate link so you earn 20%. But this is a great, great time for you to reach out to all of your connections, letting them know, hey, I'm attending this session on February 19th at 2 p.m. If you want to join me, let me know, without giving them the actual information until they ask for it. This way you'll know if they register or not. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for being here. I'll see you guys on the posting party on Monday, and God bless you. Bye.
Thank you.